Performance Analysis in Rugby Union, ASP-DO2. Performance analysis in sport helps coaches and athletes develop a better understanding of sporting performance and therefore enabling them to produce methods that improve performance. Peters and O'Donoghue, 2014. Performance analysis is different to other analysis disciplines because it involves actual sports performance, like a competitive game, rather than analysis taking place in a laboratory. Key performance indicators. Performance indicators are a selection or combination of action variables that describe some or all aspects of sports performance. McGarry et al., 2013, page 115. KPIs can be categorized into 4 different categories: technical, tactical, physiological, and psychological. Hughes and Franks, 2008. The KPIs can then be used to dictate positive or negative performances. For the purpose of this analysis, rugby-specific KPIs had to be identified. Performance indicators using notational analysis in rugby union include turnovers, tackles, passes, and possession. Hughes and Bartlett, 2002. In rugby union, both common and position-specific KPIs must be identified, as an individual's performance could affect the overall performance of the team. For example, a hooker's line-out throws are considered a position-specific KPI. A study conducted over the course of the 2003 to 2006 Six Nations Championships found that scrums lost, line-outs lost, mauls won, tackle completion, and turnovers had a significant difference between winning and losing teams. Hughes et al., 2012. The protocol. Choose a sport/game to analyse. In this case, Toulon vs Exeter Chiefs in the Heineken Cup competition was chosen. Identify rugby-specific KPIs. Design notational analysis system/code window using the GameBreaker software. Using GameBreaker software, analyse the first half of Toulon vs Exeter Chiefs using notational system, collecting pertinent information. Export the data into Microsoft Excel. Several days later, repeat the process. Therefore, an intra-reliability test could be conducted on the data. Process the data into charts and graphs to be examined. Once the data is put into graphs and charts, it can then be used to apply to coaching. The intra-reliability test. The raw data of the study has been placed into a simple table to show the differences between the 2 different observations. Intra-reliability is when the same person observes the same game on 2 separate occasions. The accuracy of the data is good as the error percentage is less than 5%. Hughes and Franks, 2008. The GameBreaker software used for the analysis allows coaches and analyst professionals to record, edit, and analyze videos of both individual and team sports. Sports Tech boasts a clientele list of almost 5,000 teams and clubs around the globe. Some of these include Bath Rugby, the British and Irish Lions, and Manchester United, to name a few. Here's an example of what the GameBreaker software looked like during the analysis. This is a tackle completion for Exeter Chiefs. From the graph you can see that a total of 42 tackles were attempted. 35 of these tackles were successful and 7 unsuccessful. In percentages, only 16.6% of the tackles attempted were unsuccessful. Although only a small percentage, Toulon proved clinical. Only on 2 occasions were tackles missed by Exeter Chiefs, and Toulon scored on both opportunities. This graph highlights the different tackling techniques used by Exeter Chiefs. 26 frontal tackles, that's 74% of the overall tackles, were completed by Exeter Chiefs, making frontal tackles by far the most popular tackle technique used by the Chiefs. In order to further assess the tackle KPI in the game, using the same pitch dimensions that Von Ruin et al. 2007 used, the pitch was divided into 4 sections. Chiefs try line to 22 metre line, Chiefs 22 metre line to halfway line to Toulon's 22-metre line and Toulon's 22-metre line to the try line. This table shows in which section of the pitch that successful tackles were completed. Without possession stats, it is possible to predict that the majority of possession was in Chiefs' 22-metre line to try line, as this is where the most tackles took place. This table shows in which section the unsuccessful tackles occurred. Exeter Chiefs missed 5 more tackles in their own territory that led to 2 tries from Toulon. The clip is of Toulon's second try and shows a series of unsuccessful tackles that leads to Toulon scoring a try in the corner. A well taken try by Toulon. This screenshot highlights the defensive structure of Exeter Chiefs. Defensive strategies are structured in response to the attacking structure. The position and spacing between players, the line speed and movement, and the communication between players is highly important. Hendricks et al. 2013. From this screenshot, the defensive shape and movement can be identified. The movement is a push/rush movement where the defenders approach the attacking line at a fast speed and are in a straight and direct line. Hendricks et al. 2013. The player circled has rushed with the rest of the defence, but has approached the player with the hips shut off, leaving the inside shoulder vulnerable. In the final screenshot, there is a gap between the original defence line and the circled player. The circled player is a front row forward against the attacking player that is a fly half. According to time motion data, front row forwards have a lower frequency and quantity of work efforts. Duthie et al. 2005. Whilst Reed et al. 2013 suggests that the front row forwards record the most entries in both standing and non-purposeful movements and walking zones. This could suggest that the front row forwards are not as fit as the other players on the pitch, and therefore explain the gap in the defensive line. Time motion data also suggests that a front row forward recorded peak speeds during the game reaching around 25.1 km per hour, but compared against the attacker, a fly half recorded a speed of 28.8 km per hour. So the possibility of the front row forward being unfit, combined with the break in the defensive structure and the high peak speed of the attacking player, Toulon execute on the weakness and score an excellent try in the corner. Recommendations could include changes to the front row forward's conditioning program to improve fitness, which would potentially stop the defensive structure from breaking. Here is a list of the references used during this presentation.